Yeah, when you're doing it, give a little bit of a pause, even if you know the answer, just for let the listeners play along at home.
Okay. So we're starting with last year.
2016.
Last year's was Max Jowett. I know that. You're looking at me like I'm cheating, but I recall it.
Bullshit.
It's not bullshit. Why is it
Well, that's
bullshit?
correct. You didn't give any time for the listeners at home to play along, but...
Oh, sorry. I'll fucking...
Yes.
Right.
It was a Wakefield fullback.
So 3 points. Okay, now we're going to start with some clues. I'm going to need clues now.
2015, who was the winner?
Okay. Don't know off the top of my head. Give us a clue. Who did he play for?
St Helens.
St Helens. Was it... Oh. Give us his position.
Well, I've written down utility forward because I think he played in a number of positions in the pack.
Was it Morgan Knowles?
No, it wasn't.
Right, God, who was it then?
It was Andre Savelli.
Andre Savelli, oh yeah. Ooh, okay.
So we move back another year to 2014. Cast your minds back to the first year of Super League Pod.
Yeah.
Who were the outstanding youngsters that year?
So I've got an idea in my head, but if I guess and then lose out, do I lose completely? If I guess now and then don't get it right, is that my go? Is that my
No,
go?
you can have I think you can have a guess per clue. I think
Right.
is what I'll let you have. So you can have a go.
All right.
And if you get it wrong, you can.
Okay, let's go with Mason, Caton Brown.
No.
Okay. Club?
Wigan.
Wigan. Joe Burgess.
Yes.
So that's 2 points.
It is. Yeah. 2013, Tom.
Now go on, give us a club.
Hull FC.
Let's see. Is it Jamie Shaw?
No.
No. Okay, give us his position then.
It was a winger.
It's a winger. Oh shit. Tom Lynham.
It was Tom Lynham for 1 point.
Okay.
Back another year, 2012.
Really?
Can you recall 2012?
Barely recall what I was up to in 2012. Go on. Off the top of my head. 2012.
Would you like the club?
Well, let's have a punt. Darryl Clark. Nope. Okay.
Bradford.
Bradford? Oh my God. Who did we have? Was it Elliot Whitehead?
No.
Was it...
You only get 1 point anyway now, even if you don't take the clue, so you can take the clue.
Give us the clue.
It was a fellow back row forward.
John Bateman?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. 2011?
Yes, that's where we are now.
Jesus Christ.
What were we doing in 2011? I'd probably just moved in with Emma when this award was announced in 2011.
Right, okay. Okay, go on, give us the club.
It was Huddersfield Giants.
Huddersfield Giants, 2011. Go on, give us a position.
It was a winger.
It's not Jerry. Jeremy McGilvray.
Yes, for 1 point.
Wow. 2000. Are you asking me to remember the years going backwards?
2010 was
2010.
It was a different time and place.
Wasn't it? In both our lives, right? Go on then. What was the club?
Hull Kingston Rovers.
Hull Kingston Rovers. Young player. Hull Kingston Rovers. Right, give us a position. I
have a feeling he was predominantly a loose forward in 2010.
Right.
But I've written down sort of utility / prop forward.
Okay. I am struggling, to be honest. Go on, who's that? Who was it?
No, do you want to put forward a guess?
I'm really going to struggle. No, go on.
It was Liam Watts.
Liam Watts? Where are we? Okay, that's some big names there, isn't there?
Now we go back to the year we met.
Is this the inaugural year? No,
there's still 2 seasons to go, 2009 and 2008. But we're in 2009, which was the year we met, wasn't it? 2009?
Yeah, somewhere in there. We're celebrating 8 years of friendship this year.
But then, yeah.
So yeah, okay. Sam Burgess.
No.
Right, okay. I'm just stopping in the dark there. Go on.
Had he not already gone to
I think he'd already gone.
Okay, so the club.
He's giving me my answer for the next 2 or 3. Go on.
The club was Wigan.
Wigan. Sam Tompkins.
Yes. Won it as a standoff.
Yeah. So the year before...
2008 was the first year of this award.
Let's go Kyle Eastman.
No.
Wild stab in the dark.
No.
Alright, go on then.
Leeds Rhinos was the club that this person played for.
Rhinos. Okay. Callum... No. Rhinall.
No.
Callum Watkins.
The position was prop forward.
Right. Oh, God. No, I'm not going to get... Go on, who was it?
Luke Burgess.
Luke Burgess. Fucking hell.
He was the inaugural winner of the rookie
Yes, so that was
the year.
a long time before.
So how many points did you end up?
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 27.
It's not your half mark target,
It's not my half mark target, is it? It was a good one, that though. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
was good. So let us know how you got on in the quiz. Give us your scores and feedback on that one. How can the nice people get in touch with us and tell us what they think of the Super League pod and what they think of what they've seen at Rugby League this week?
Are we not doing any recommendations?
Of course, yeah. Oh, actually, yeah.
Well,
I've
anyway,
got one as well.
they can get in touch with us at Super League Pod. It is on Twitter. Also, that is where you find us, or, well, find our listeners really, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Doing great work apart from people who claim to be champions when the title hasn't been handed out yet. Facebook.com/Super League Pod for that. We had a few new people liking us on Facebook this week.
Did.
Which we don't have many Facebook likes. So the 3 or 4 that came in this week were all very welcome. Thanks to those guys and gals for getting on board, and do start sending in game reviews and all of the likes. superleaguepod@gmail.com is the email if you want to get in touch with a bit of a longer bit of feedback around anything we've talked about. Referees is a popular topic.
Yes.
And any ideas about that sort of stuff. And I suppose we're still looking for suggestions for the as yet unallocated award idea for the Sloppies.
Yeah. Where are the Sloppies, by the way? What are we doing those?
Well, we can have a chat about that.
Okay.
And
On air or afterwards?
well, we won't be doing them until at least a week after the grand final.
True.
But maybe we should give them 2 weeks after the grand final.
And then
We'll
the
release...
Sloppies.
Right, okay, we're talking about it. Maybe we'll release the categories and for the Sloppies and for the Dream Team,
Yeah.
the SLP Dream Team, release those Google forms to be voted on the day after the semi-finals have been completed. That gives people a week to start sending in game reviews and stuff.
Yep.
And then open it maybe for another week after that, and then doing the second week of October potentially.
Sounds good.
That's an idea.
That sounds excellent.
Sometime around there. And also we need to start talking to people about getting their season match reviews in for their teams, which is where, you know, the listeners record themselves talking for a minute or 2 to 3 minutes about, you know, their general feelings about the season for their clubs.
Yeah.
It would be great if some of our all the clubs, obviously, from Castleford at the top right the way down to the Iron Men at the bottom. If you follow any of those teams, send us a review in for one of for the team. If you follow more than one team, by all means send us in 2 reviews, 2 separate reviews, and we'll look forward to Andy Barden's sort of general recapping with a slight Wigan fans slant that he gives us. That's always probably one of our favourites, isn't it? And maybe some of our, celeb fans like Barry McDermott can do us a season review. He doesn't have to necessarily do it for Oldham or Leeds or whoever. He can just do it about the season himself or what have you. But yeah, audio reviews, record them on your iPhones or your mobile smartphones, what have you. You'll all have voice recording facilities on them or on your tablets, and then email them over to superleaguepod@gmail.com. Obviously, for some teams, the season's now finished, hasn't it? For all but 6, of the League One teams. For 4 of the Championship teams as well. So you can start sending your reviews in for us already, fans of those teams. Highs, lows, favourite players, favourite moments.
That's it.
That sort of stuff. And then, that'll be great.
There you go. Fantastic. Okay. Recommends this week. We've done it a bit backwards. It's my fault.
That's all right.
Have you got a recommendation for us this week, Mark?
Well, I was going to say I finished off a book in the last week, which is by Matthew Syed. Is his name? Is that his name? The guy who does that podcast with Robbie Savage and Freddie Flintoff at the Pink.
Oh yeah.
Called Black Box Thinking, which is all about learning from mistakes, which was very interesting, certainly, and also how you deal with errors and how we're programmed to kind of almost reject them and treat them as a negative when it's been shown to be massively beneficial to treat them as learning experiences, and almost self-reporting your own mistakes kind of leads you to a more positive attitude towards developing and improving, that sort of thing. So that was a good read, but I was more going to recommend something else that's gone out of my mind. Well, laser chess. Yeah. Obviously. But no.
So Mark's recommends Ket this week.
Macaroni and cheese, right?
Right, okay.
Macaroni and cheese, deep fried in like breadcrumbs.
Right, okay.
That was one of the things I had at the food festival thing. Right. And I've never... Apparently it's quite a common thing now, people doing like macaroni and cheese burgers or whatever. It's a vegetarian option or something. But if you find a place that does mac and cheese stuff, try that. Because it was awesome. It was a great experience.
Right, fair enough. There you go. Well, I have a couple of things to recommend this week. Well, one that I do want to recommend and one that I don't want to recommend. I'm watching Liar on ITV at the minute. The first episode of that was last week. The second episode is on tonight on Monday evening, and it's a 6-parter. It's about a man and a woman who go out on a date, and the woman accuses him of rape, and he vehemently denies it. And it's about who isn't the liar. It's been very good.
Right.
So I can recommend that. That's on ITV.
Because the guy who's in it is kind of a bad actor from stuff I've seen him before.
Oh, he's alright. He plays the part quite well in this one. And it's got the last out of doubt in it, and she's alright. And I recommend not watching Dr. Foster because it's the most stressful thing on telly at the minute.
A few people at work and stuff have talked about it.
It's very, very good. It's really stressful just to watch.
So what's the crack?
Well, the first series was about this doctor, obviously, who discovers that her husband's having an affair, and she starts to, first of all, she doubts it, she thinks she's gone crazy, and then she has it confirmed, and then she starts to seek revenge, and ultimately ends up ruining him. And the second series, he's now back, and he's made a lot of money, and he's moved back into the area where he lived previously, but with his little fancy piece now, and she's pregnant, and they're living in a massive house, and it's all kind of going a bit wrong for Dr. Foster.
The second series sounds a bit contrived.
It's been alright.
Fair enough.
So
why is it stressful?
Because it just is. It's just, oh god, it's not relaxing telly, it's tense. Yeah. Kind of nervy, and like, you're seeing this woman crumble. I think the whole point of the second series is you're actually watching this woman crumble now.
Talking of telly, W1A's back.
Alright.
Today, as we're recording, probably just finished on BBC Two.
Well, that'd be funny.
So yeah, I would urge people to get around that, because it's one of the funniest things that I've seen on sort of mockumentary style that I've seen for many years. Very much in the sort of people like us kind of vein.
It is good, isn't it? Right. Anything else you want to tell the nice people?
No, we best go because your phone's ringing.
Yeah, Yoko's on the blower. I wasn't going to answer. I was going to carry on finishing off the podcast. Okay, well, that is our Super League pod for the 160th time. We'll see you next time on your favourite rugby league podcast, the Super League pod. I got a message off Cass last night. I don't know if he meant it for me or for the show. He said, how do you stop Mark from swearing at a rugby match? Sitting next to a 4-year-old. Apparently you were very well behaved.
Is that what he said?
He said you think you got what?
I said bloody or crap a few times, but I don't think I was too bad.
I'll tell you precisely what he said.
But when he took them to the loo at half time, I swore my fucking little head off.
So how do you get point out Mark not to swear whilst watching one of Wigan's worst performances of the season?